For Iputa is about the Labour Party. And make a nunu. Magiputa is about Sedatan. And make a nunu. Magadunu se abambo. Can we do Nigeria? When we Imo State? Even in Nigeria, get a drama. The man not offering I got nobody had drama. Get no, if I get make a dosi oboda. Oya campaign I name. So no J. Unajira genti. Eba ne kego. Unajira ne kego. Ego ne kabre egova. Egunu. If I na yunu putanu. Kunu solu. Ni fere me na Nigeria ta adoro mma. Umu na je go ga agbaje. Ndi na school. Ndi na alu olu. Onwodo yo de mma. Obu Bible dị ayo unu. Ka enwe ike me gini ka ebido dozigbo obodo. Egwu m si onye ọrụ na-eme politics. Keta. Ịmalifo onye ọrụ na-ekwu ge na onye anti. Deni ede. Ife ọrụ onye ọrụ promise. Ka o mee ya. Edozi obodo. Onwe ife onye ọrụ kwuru si je na anya. Ka amalifo okwuru. Nene nke okwuru ekwu nke o mebugo before. Mana otu wee mie. Ọ ife anyị chọrọ ị na-emekọta. Ọ bụrụ skuulu ka ọ sụ na ọ jem na ebe ka ọ jem. So now I get those according Labour Party, the only party well, Mama, Papa, Pikin. So we are meant to care for human being. Ndoto na ebugini umbrella. Ndoto na ebugini aziza. Malaka kemegini na care for madam. So now only care for nne, care for nna, care for nwa. O must give any. And I'm only here so to give my own shorty. I'm going to introduce our candidates, our governorship candidates, our incoming governor to you.
Na otu afọ anyị ga-eti ihe ọkụ, anyị nwere gas mana anyị nọ na itiri, anyị na-ahụ ọkụ, anyị ga-eti ihe ọkụ, And Aguamunu, I may create 6 industrial parks. Now 2 per zone. No bemshi, I will a farmer. I run a farm with a capacity. It may employ almost 2,000 people. Now, actually, replicate here. I'm investors who are willing now. Replicate in every local government to where enough land. It's here. Every month, Governor Nonga, they are making 91 million from every local government. Now, Banagba. Now, see what they're going to have for joint project. Kembo 3 years and 9 months rota. When a joint project,
nothing with person never see. I'm nothing with person never see. Forgetting I say bashi. Only soon expected. Take our body agent.
I go to Akaga, what's the governor? Airport and Genonti. Airport and cargo cannot land there. Create employment, enough employment.
Tonight with the Labour Party candidate Senator Achonu. Thanks so much, distinguished Senator, for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Shem, for having me.
Why is Labour Party in such a distress in your state?
Well, to be honest, for starters, I'm shaking because I'm coming before you today.
Please don't shake. You are in good hands. Only if you agree to speak the truth and nothing but the truth.
Yes, and secondly,
you agree to speak the truth and nothing but the truth.
Definitely. And secondly, I'm distressed after hearing the chief press secretary to the INEC chairman say when he couldn't answer a straightforward question as to who is the authentic Labour Party candidate for the election that is almost about 2 weeks away. So you see, because in the first instance, INEC is supposed to have put a stop to the propaganda against Labour Party that has been ongoing for a while now. A case came from High Court, Appeal Court, Supreme Court about the candidature of the Labour Party. And they have lawyers. And then also, I blame the journalists as well, who have been airing this news without investigating and finding out the truth about this matter. So it has now helped the APC with their propaganda, because what they been wanting to do is to make people believe, because we are the party to beat in Imo State.
Really?
Yes, we are. So all they have been trying to do all this while is to make people think, oh no, if we vote, they call me one-arm general. Oh, if they vote for one-arm general.
Why did they call you one-arm general?
I have one arm. Yes.
That's not a disability, though.
No, it's not.
I believe, you are a man of means, and with one arm, you've been able to do well for yourself. You've been in the Senate. Now your name is on the ballot. It's an inspiration to a lot of people.
Actually, I think that in the land of 200 men, a one-handed man is a king. So honestly, I blame the press and I blame INEC. The INEC chairman, after this now, I'm going to call out the INEC chairman to come out and tell the world who is the authentic candidate of the Labour Party.
From what I see, except maybe my internet is deceiving me, Achonu is the candidate there.
But
the question
he doesn't know that.
You've not been able to answer the question. Yes. Why is your party in such a disaster?
It's not in any disaster. It's this propaganda.
There are no persons that are causing the trouble other than the members of your party. Your colleagues in the Labour Party in Imo say are loggerhead. Some are rejecting you as a candidate. Why?
No, they're not.
Are you unpopular in your party?
They're not rejecting me. What happened is that they lost out and they were sent into the party to destabilize the party.
Who sent them?
The APC.
How? Do you have evidence to that?
Well, I don't have any evidence. The only evidence I have is that a former commissioner that worked for Senator Hope Uzodimma, now suddenly he was sacked. Then suddenly he became the Southeast coordinator for the Big Tent. Okay? So immediately after our primaries, he now started working with even this. He was denounced. The man who took the other party to court came out on TV to say that he was supporting me. And if you bring him here, he will tell you exactly what happened. So now this man has gone back, he did a U-turn, gone back to endorse Senator Hope Uzodimma after pretending to be a member of the Labour Party. So you can surmise that something is wrong there, because he's the one who is generating all this controversy.
There were 2 press conferences here in Abuja.
Yes.
One by the National Public Secretary of the party, and also Basil. I mean, who has said, look, this is what it is, and this is now. I mean, the discordant tones in your party. It's surprising that you are blaming another party for the woes of your party.
No. You see, Labour Party, Labour Party was a small party until Peter happened to it. And you see, some of these small parties, during elections, those who contest the chairmanship, the executive party positions, do that so that at the worst case, they will now align with other parties. If you look at the track record of all these parties who have never won any seat in any election, that's anybody who is aspiring for any position there. That's normally what they aspire to do, to, at worst case, align with another party. You understand me? So when Peter now happened to them, they couldn't handle it. Do you understand? So this is basically a small party.
All right. We've had a few instances in Owerri where some members would say they are members of the Obedient movement. I've since said they are endorsing Senator Hope Uzodimma. Is that a kind of a dent on your own acceptance, on your own chances of being the governor of Imo State? If those who are assumed to be on your side are already crossing to the other side?
What actually happened is that Senator Hope Uzodimma unwittingly declared for the Labour Party by praising the Obedient movement. Labour Party, the Obedient movement is Labour Party. You understand? So for Hope Uzodimma to publicly acclaim the Obedient movement means that he's now supporting Labour Party. As far as I'm concerned, that's how I see it. Do you understand? Because you can't separate the Obedient movement from the Labour Party. But for the avoidance of doubt, you see, in any organization, you have people who are transactional, people who don't believe in anything. Because the Obedient movement is Obi that generated the Obedient movement, the name Obi. Do you understand me? That generated the Obedient movement. So it's about Obi and what he stands for, Peter Obi. So, I mean, soon after that, Peter Obi was with me at the rally.
And you're not worried about those Obedient members who are...
No, they are not really Obedient. The Obedients have come out to say that those are charlatans. They're not Obedient members. But it made me happy that Hope Uzodimma came out on television to eulogize the Obedient movement. Do you understand? What Peter Obi stands for. And that's what Labour Party is all about.
Are you worried that people are deserting you and that your house seems not to be in order? How can you go into an election in a disorderly, in such a ordered house, a house that is not together?
Who is deserting me? Nobody is deserting me.
I mean, I just mentioned about those Obedient.
He has never been a member of Labour Party. You know, there are some Obedients who are there for the heck of it. For example, when General Ogunewe, my other, went into the AA, some people who claim that Obedience also went with him. So he came from that group to join Senator Hope Uzodimma. He has never been a member of my party. Never. You see, that was the problem with the Obedient movement. Before the presidential election, there are so many Obedients. They just believe in Peter Obi. So now, this Imo government, Peter Obi is not going to be Imo State governor. He's the leader of the party, a presidential candidate. So some of them who didn't know me before now, who didn't know what I represent, do you understand? They had already been going with the General Ogunewe before I came into the fray. So when I now came into the fray and General Ogunewe lost and left the party, went into AA. So those people now moved with him into that group that didn't know me. When they now, some of them who found out about me, when I started talking about myself, what I have achieved as an individual, what I represent. So most of them came back. So from those people in AA, this one now moved to Senator Uzodimma.
Senator Achonu.
Yes.
How do you react to those who say you have monetized the process? You bought your ticket. You bought your chance through the to get the Labour Party ticket. How do you explain that?
Well, they said Hope Uzodimma paid me $1 million to, that I'm a placeholder for Hope Uzodimma. So they said I monetized the process. I don't have any defense except to tell you that I don't know what they're talking about. Am I not the one here?
Are you in alliance with Hope Uzodimma?
So, you can answer that question yourself.
I'm the one
I am the Labour Party candidate. I am the person to beat. Hope Uzodimma,
your people are alleging that you have monetized the process and you are a placeholder. You have received money from the opponent. How do you explain and how do you defend yourself to the people of Imo State who are watching tonight?
The people of Imo State already know the truth.
And what is the truth?
They follow me the truth. How can I be a placeholder for Hope Uzodimma? Give me $1 million? That's not possible, Shehu. I've been around in this country. I'm very well known. I can say that for myself. So I have a reputation in this country. I'm a man of integrity. Hope Uzodimma can't buy me even with $100 million. It's not possible. Nobody can buy me. Nobody can buy me.
Let's go into
shadow. Show a state where traditional rulers are being beheaded, houses are being bombed, people are being slaughtered, young men. Also, nobody lives there any longer. Go to Agua. It's the same thing.
The governor said
local government.
Some of these things have been politically motivated.
By who?
You're a politician.
I'm a politician. The governor has the DSS, has the police, the chief security officer, has the army under his control in the state. So if these have a political motivation for the last 3 years, he has not been able to arrest one single individual. Even this man I said was guilty of murder that was arrested. When he got to Ori, they moved it to Zone 9. I had to call the air and say, look, this man is a murderer. Be careful. When they moved him to Abuja, I alerted the IG.
So you don't believe in the Imo Charter of Equity?
No, I'm coming to that, please. You are talking about this Charter of Equity. That's what I'm answering you. Now, with all these things going on, no security, who can come and say, no, governor shouldn't go there? It only takes men of courage to come out and say no to this evil. Let me ask you something. Onu had done 16 years uninterrupted. Okay? It was only, Onu did 8 years, Okigwe did 4 years. Onu came and snatched it back, where the governor comes from. Now did 16 years. The governor has now done 4 years, making 20, and making sure they did only 7 months. And you are saying Charter of Equity, unless the governor completes another 4 years, making 24. What's equitable about that?
Let me ask you quickly, because I have 2 more questions. We have a short time to close now.
Yes.
Let me ask you quickly. There is a competition between Edo State and Imo State, in the state that has the most, the capital that has the most hotels, and there is only one thing that could have caused it, because people come into the trade and investment and all what have you. It shows that your state, Imo State, has a lot of huge potentials. How do you hope to generate wealth, give employment to the people of Imo State? What would you do? You have also boasted that since 19, you've handled your first million, and you're a man of means. How do you hope to put money in the hands of young people in Imo State and boost the economy? Should you be elected as governor?
I didn't boast. At 19, I was selling counterfeit detecting machines. At that time, I got 760-something thousand. The Spiff, after this was my. In fact, he helped me sell to the River State Bank. What's it called again? Is it Pan African Bank? I've forgotten what, anyway. So I made 700 and something thousand naira at that time. So I wanted to answer a millionaire. I changed it into dollar, and I got more than $1 million. So actually, what I made as a 20-year-old boy was $1 million. So I wasn't boasting. So when I said, go and verify.
But how can you turn that opportunity, I mean, that understanding of making wealth and put it in the hands of the young people in Imo State and turn unemployment to employment?
Now, let me tell you what I've been suffering in Imo State, Sean. As a private, do you want me to talk about my capability or
we're
my
talking
plan?
about your plan for the people.
Good.
And you just have about 40 seconds to do that if you can.
Okay. I have a plan to establish 6 industrial zones, 2 per geopolitical zone. Okay? Now, although people are known for pharmaceuticals, so we're establishing a pharmaceutical zone in Olo. Then, and I know Ohajebema is known for oil and gas, an oil and gas zone there. Then, Okigwe zone, we have granite, we have kaolin. We're establishing factories that will use those raw materials. Already, I have established a farm that can employ 2,000 people in my local government right now as we speak. We're going to spread it to almost all the local governments. In Owerri zone, we have an existing industrial zone in the city. We are building another one around Ngokpala area where the airport is. We are activating the international cargo airport in Owerri that has been built since Zimbabwe. Not even one cargo has landed there since it was built. So I'm going to activate that. I'm going to make it a cargo hub.
All right.
Yes.
Let me ask you a final question. For those who think that Hope Uzodinma is a force and he's on his way to being re-elected, there is a stiff competition from you. There's a stiff competition coming from Sam Ayawu of the PDP. What gives you the thinking that you have the chance to win that election?
We are among the 3 governorship candidates. I'm the only one. How do you put it? They said, what is your address? What have you done? What is your CV? When you're looking for a job, you come with your CV. What have you done as a private individual? It's only in Nigeria that people who don't have CVs get elected. I create employment. I've been creating it for the last more than 20 years. What have they done? Who have they employed, apart from a driver and a cook in their lives? Who have they employed? What work, what money have they generated from business? So you can't give what you don't have. That is what is happening in Imo, playing out in Imo State. So the governor doesn't know what to do.
You think you are better than that?
I mean, there's no basis for comparison.
Your certificate in agronomy, you still have it intact?
I don't have any certificate in agronomy.
What did you study?
I have school certs.
And that's what you are using now?
Yes.
And you think that is enough to be a governor of Imo State?
More than enough to be a governor of Imo State. Yes.
It's an Achonu Labour Party governorship candidate in Imo State. Thank you so much indeed for your time, and I wish you the very best.
Thank you very much.
Kwadaba nwoke ọma aha ka e nwere otu aka bịara ịnapụ agụ ihe ọkpụ n'ọnụ ọmụnwa wu nwoke ahụ ga-abịa dozie obodo n'ime otu afọ m ga-awụ gọvanọ. Aga m make sure na ọkụ na-enwu ebe niile 247.
I want to tell you that Atan won that primaries fair and square.
A ga-echi dozie obodo, ụmụaka na-aga skuul, ụmụaka ndị yut ataala aja, ụmụaka na-aga skuul ha aga mmiri na-ehi na roof, onwe edu desk eji anọdụ ọdụ agụ akwụkwọ, o nwere ndị classrooms na-enwe edu window, ha nọrọ mmiri na-ezo iku mmiri na-efegbu ha. Ugbu a immediately mbụ gọvanọ by 11 onwekwe ego local government mmadụ ga-eti ihe n'ọnụ again. Onye gbara ego unu ga na-ezuru unu a ga-eji na-emejisi ụzọ na-arụzise classroom na-eme ka ndị mmadụ na-eriju afọ na-arụ skill acquisition center onwe ndị na-agachaghị skuul aga-akụziere ha aka ọrụ ha mụọ na-akpata ego ha ga-eji na-eri nri. Ụmụnne anyị ka n'ime ọhịa akpaghị ike a ga-akpọlatacha ha maka nriju afọ ga-adị onwezi ndị ga-atụrụ mmadụ ga-anọzini anwụ ọbara nwa Igbo ga-akwa n'ala again. Ọ nwere ihe mụrụ ebe ka anyị agricultural park agro-industrial park a ga-etinye na every local government so that ụmụaka nke nọ na village m ga-enye up to 2,000 people ọrụ a ga-etinye na every local government.
Ọ na-emekasị, ọ nwere ngabasị, ọ na-apịakasị.
Sonu jee unu ejere gee ntị ebe a na-eke ego unu ejere ndị a na-eke ego ego a na-eke abụrụ ego ba ego unu ife anyị na-ayị unu bụ pụtanụ kwunu solu n'ife na-eme na Naịjirịa tata adịrọ mma. Ụmụ na-achọkwa ga-agbaje ndị na skuulu ndị na-alụ ọrụ onwere onye ọ dịrị mma. Ọ bụzi Baịbụl ịbịa ihe unu ka e nwee ike gịnị ka e bido dozigbo obodo. Egwugo m si onye ọrụ na-eme politiks kịta ịmalife onye ọrụ na-ekwu gee na onye a ntị dee na ede ife ọ na onye ọbụla prọmisi ka o mee ya edozi obodo. Onwe ife onye ọbụla kwuru si jee n'anya ka amalife o kwuru nene nke o kwuru ekwu nke o mebugo bifo mana otu o si wee mie ife anyị chọrọ ị na-eme kịta. Ọ bụrụ skuulu ka ọ si na o jem na ebe ka o jem ekwu so na anyị ga-edozi ka ọ dị mma. Labour Party bụ the only party nwere mama papa pikin, so we are meant to care for human being. Ndị ọzọ na-ewu gịnị umbrella, ndị ọzọ na-eme gịnị azịza, mana nke a ga-eme gịnị na-eke for mmadụ. So na onye care for nne, care for nna, care for nwa o mesighị ife inenu. And I'm only here so to give my own shorty. I'm going to introduce our candidates, our governorship candidates, our incoming governor to you.
Na otu afọ anyị ga-eti ihe ọkụ, anyị nwere gas mana anyị nọ na itiri anyị na-ahụ ọkụ, anyị ga-eti ihe ọkụ. And agwa m unu na anyị may create 6 industrial parks na 2 per zone. I nwere investors who are willing now replicate in every local government to nwere enough land eti ebe ahụ. Jenụntị kedu ihe rara ahụ na-erụzisi ụzọ ndị niile ndị a potholes every month Governor Nonga na-amịrị 91 million from every local government. Na-agba n'akpa. O dere ya n'akwụkwọ si weta ego aha for joint project. Kemgbe ọ chịga 3 years and 9 months ruo taa, o nwere joint project emere n'ebe a.
Nothing with person never see. I'm on nothing with person.